The assistant coach sitting closest to me right now is Rhulani Mokwena from Mamelodi Sundowns. Second assistant, am I right, Rhulani? Welcome to Sport at 10.
Thanks, Thomas, and good evening to the viewers.
So let's talk about second assistant. What do? You look so young. How did you get into such a position?
Yeah, well, I think, look, it was a culmination of a lot of hard work and, you know, serving my apprenticeship at other clubs before I even got to Mamelodi Sundowns. And, you know, I wouldn't say it is luck, because I think luck is a term branded about by casual people who don't work hard enough. I think it was a consequence of a lot of hard work and really trying to earn my stripes and get on top of the football world. Yeah.
How's it working for Pitso Mosimane, or under him? You work for the club, but you work under Pitso Mosimane. How is that?
Top coach, meticulous planner, top professional, very, very strong on the training pitch, strong on the tactical board, strong on video analysis pre and post match. So he's probably one of the best coaches in the country.
What have you guys, you included, you as well as Coach Mosimane and Coach Mlambo, what have you guys prepared for Ajax Cape Town over the weekend?
Look, it's for us. It's been a normal week of what we would normally do, facing our next opponent.
Also, he finally normally.
Well, it's a final, but we know that the only difference between a final and other matches is that finals are decided on small details. You know, it's a big game that is going to be decided on the details, and we've had to be really very thorough with our preparation and make sure that we continue with, you know, culminating this culture of a really very good high work ethic.
In Cape Town, Ian Taylor, assistant coach of Ajax Cape Town. Ian, well, he said a mouthful, has Rhulani. I want to hear from you. One of those small factors has to be Keegan Dolly, who's on his way to Mamelodi Sundowns next season, his final game. Where's his mind right now? Are you having a conversation with him around that?
Oh, Keegan's he's a young professional. He's a good young professional, and you know he's signed for Sundowns next year, and you know he's dedicated to Ajax. He's committed to us, and he's always been committed to us. And you know you'll go out on a good note. You know, hopefully he can score a couple of goals against his team next year.
In terms of scoring against Mamelodi Sundowns, is there anything that you're concerned about when it comes to the way they play, how they set up, the playing staff that they have?
Well, look, you know, the two teams know pretty much a lot about each other. You know, it's the last game of the season, so we know a lot about them. They've their strengths and weaknesses.
What would you say those are?
Sometimes their strengths are their weaknesses. Well, you know, they're a team who likes to keep the ball a lot, and you know, they like to get bodies forward. They're an attacking team, and that could be their weaknesses sometimes. You know, you can catch them when they do get numbers forward. And if you organise on the counter, and in that moment when you win the ball, if you're nice and organised, you can punish them, and you've seen it. I think Celtic, you know, they showed if you're clinical and you execute the counter attack very good, you can beat them.
Yeah, we do go forward. I think it's a game model that we've tried to construct, and we have probably better players than a lot of the teams in the PSL.
But do you see it as a weakness?
Look, I think it's very difficult to be a big team in any league. You've got to try and play to your strengths. You've got to try and dominate the game, because technically you've got better players. So you want to get into positions where possibly you get into the attacking third, where you have an advantage in terms of 1v1 situations, and you can take advantage of your superiority with regards to the ability of the players that you have.
So you're saying you have better players?
Look, we do. We accept the responsibility that comes with that. You know, we accept the responsibility.
But Ian's laughing. Ian, I see you break into a smile when you hear that Sundowns have better players than you.
No, they do. You know, they're on the opposite end of the scale. They're the club that spends millions on players. We're the club that invests in our youth players.
Yeah, of course.
And when you invest in youth players and you give them an opportunity to play at the highest level, they are going to make mistakes, but as long as they learn from those mistakes. You know, Sundowns, they buy players, they look for the ready-made product, and you know, it could work for them on Saturday and it could also work against them.
It sounds like you're saying somewhere in there that it would be okay if you guys lose the final because it's a great experience for the youngsters.
No, not at all. You know, this group of players, you know, they've won together at youth level, and this particular crop of players, they've come together over the last 8 years. And, you know, you guys have seen it over the last few games. You've just seen that hunger and desire. They have an opportunity. And on Saturday, it's down to 90 minutes. It's 2 teams, and whoever is better on the day, you know, will go away with the trophy. But I can tell you now, they're hungry and they're confident. They've scored a lot of goals over the past few weeks, and they believe that they can score goals against Sundowns on Saturday.
It sounds like the pressure's on you as Mamelodi Sundowns, because it is the last chance for silverware. There's no more silverware for the next 150 kilometers, no garage to top up. This is the garage.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it gives us an opportunity to get some silverware and really put it away in the locker room. But look, we're a big club. We know that it comes with the responsibility of being a big club, and that responsibility we have to accept with a lot of humility. You know, we have to work hard. We know that, but it's a culture that the head coach has been responsible for implementing into the club. You know, it's a hard work always precedes results. You've got to work hard, and then at the end of the day, it's about what happens during the 90 minutes.
But Sundowns fans will accept nothing other than a victory. You know that, right?
We know that, and like I say, we accept that, and we are big enough as a club, as an institution, to be able to withstand that pressure and go into the final expecting to win. We know we've got to work hard. We know we've got to do better than Ajax in every other aspect, and we accept that responsibility.
Want to come touch it, the trophy? It's here.
No, I'll get an opportunity to touch it and bring it back to Joburg.
There you go. Rhulani Mokwena, second assistant coach at Mamelodi Sundowns.